Welcome back. As we mentioned, we are having our third conversation for the morning, and it's all about Galen University's master's program. We are joined virtually by Dr. Krista DeGeer, and she has a master in social work, and I believe she's also one of the teachers there at Galen University as well. Good morning, Dr. DeGeer.
Good morning. So happy to be here to talk about Galen's new Master of Social Work program.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Well, let's get the conversation rolling. Let's get a bit of a background about the master's program at Galen University and this now offering in social work program.
So Galen is now offering a dynamic Masters of Social Work program. This program was based off the need for having an in-country Masters of Social Work program to stop the so-called brain drain, right? We want to keep Asian students here. And it came out of my experience as a social worker with the Ministry of Human Development and a mental health counselor, all my experiences and seeing that need, right? We need more master's level social workers. So now Galen has offering of a Master's of Social Work, and it's very dynamic because we have two options. One option being an advanced standing program. So for students who already have a bachelor's of social work, you can complete your master's at Galen in 1 year's time.
Wow.
For those students who do not have a bachelor's of social work, or if they only have a bachelor's in another field or another subject, then we also have that traditional 2-year Master of Social Work program.
Either way, both of them are still attractive. I have to say kudos to Galen University for really breaking ground in the education system here in Belize and producing exceptional students across the board in all the programs that they currently offer. But Krista, I know that we wanted to also touch really quickly on the Masters in Secondary Education Leadership. Can you provide a bit of information on that as well?
I am not as familiar with that program. I am the coordinator for the Masters of Social Work, and sadly, Dr. Harrison is out sick today, but I am sure that we can provide information as a follow-up.
All right.
All right. In terms of the social work program, let's talk a bit about the inspiration or the discussion had in terms as it pertains to the need for such a program at the master's level in Belize.
Absolutely. So we know that social workers can be found almost everywhere. They are policymakers, they are change makers, they are healers. And we, look around in what our people are experiencing and just the need for competent mental health services. So we know we need more trained individuals, and that is what we aim to provide, right? Our program is very much mental health focused, social justice focused, and focused on how do we meet the need that's here in this country.
Have you observed, because you mentioned that one of the reasons why this program is being offered here in Belize is because of the issue of brain drain. Have you observed on your own, Krista, that students that are going out and they're pursuing their masters in social work, they're deciding to stay in the country or other countries to use what they've learned?
So one issue, right, is if we go international to study, that there's a significant cost. If we're going to have a significant cost to get our education, it's more beneficial for the student to stay where they can get paid more after their education. So one really great perk of having your master's at Galen is it's here. You don't need to travel. You don't need to spend those expenses relocating to a different country. Our tuition is kept affordable as well. So there's a perk there. And if you're likely to stay in your country, we're also hoping that even after your education, you will stay and meet that need that's so critical in this country.
Speak a bit about some of the course offerings under this master's social work master's program, And perhaps what are a couple of the career opportunities that it may provide to students who complete the program?
Absolutely. So we have some dynamic course offerings. You can see it here on the screen.
Right.
We have privilege, oppression, and power, which looks at the social justice aspect of social work and learning how all of those aspects affect what we see around us every day. We have a heavy emphasis on trauma-informed assessment and intervention. There's 2 courses that all students have to take to understand how trauma affects what we deal with every day, the societal issues. Then we have some great electives that include a focus on clinical social work, which is that counseling, mental health social work, as well as children, families, and school social work. So it's very dynamic, and students can choose what electives that they would like to really help focus on maybe what their specialty will be when they graduate. Now, we also have intensive field placements, so field experience or internships known in other places. So you're getting hands-on learning as well. It's not just book or theoretical knowledge.
Right.
Right, and this then prepares through the field experience and through the elective. These students are then prepared to immediately enter the workforce when they graduate, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
You know, what I have observed, Christia, and this was, of course, during the pandemic, was that a lot of these institutions in Belize, they switched to more of a hybrid learning system. Some of them offered courses completely virtually. Is this a program that students will have to access on campus, or do they have the opportunity to also access this degree through online learning?
That's a really great question, and we want to highlight that. So thank you for asking. The classes are fully online.
Wonderful.
And it's scheduled to help accommodate those with the field placements as well as those working. So they're evening online courses as well as some weekend offerings. Now, the field placement is in person. We can't get away with virtual field placements,
right,
but all the coursework is located online.
What has the interest been like as it relates to the student alumni there at Galen University? Have you been observing an increase in students that are interested in social work?
Yeah, one of the great findings is that we have students who are graduating Galen this year or already graduated or, still working towards graduation that are very interested in switching to the social work field.
Oh.
Yeah, these could be students in criminal justice and anthropology, as well as education, that they were just waiting for a program such as this. So we're very excited to capture our alumni and bring them into the master's program when it's their time.
Wonderful. And let's jump really quickly a bit into some of the fees. As you mentioned, this is an attractive option for persons who would like to avoid the higher costs of education outside of the country. What is the fees looking like for this particular program?
Yes, so we do ask that anybody who is interested, please contact our financial office because it's going to look different for the different programs or situation the student brings. So I would recommend doing that because some students want to start part-time. Some students are coming in that advanced standing, which is significantly less because it's only 1 year. So we just ask you to reach out to us so we can give you an individualized assessment of cost.
Lastly, I think one of the questions that I'd like to ask you, Ms. Christia, is as the faculty or as the facilitator that will be interacting with these students pursuing this degree, what are you looking for in terms of the students that would be taking part in this program? Do you recommend it be a person who really has that strong desire to impart the knowledge that they would have gained in this program, or does it simply have to be someone that is interested? What would be the advice that you would give to a person that is interested in joining this program?
I really love that question because something so beautiful and wonderful about social work is that we look around and find those people who want to make change, who want to be the change makers in our society, who want to do something positive. So I think if you have that, even if it's a small whisper inside of you, please reach out to us. I'm happy to talk to anybody, even if it's a small interest, to see, if you can fit into this program. But we welcome anybody. Like I said, for the regular stand-in, you could have a bachelor's degree in anything, and we would invite you to apply to the master's program if you have that interest, if you have that passion, even if it's a new passion that you want to explore, reach out, because that is what is so special about this field.
Absolutely.
How do potential students go about applying or getting more information on the program?
Absolutely. So you have been showing our wonderful new webpage for the Masters of Social Work program. So you could find the Masters of Social Work program information under what we call the FAST tab on our website. And all of the information is right there. Our application is right there. How to apply. You can always contact me. My contact info is.
Well, I do have one last question, and this one's for real now. I think what I want to know, and what a lot of our viewers would want to know, is why Galen University?
Galen University provides education that is flexible and cutting edge and prepares our students to work not only nationally, but internationally as well. So we're preparing students to go out into the world, wherever they land, and really make a difference and be leaders in their field.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So in terms of the space, how many students can you accept in the program? What's the availability like?
So we're just inviting anybody who has that interest to apply. We're flexible in working with whatever size for the first cohort that we get. So we don't want to limit students. If you're out there watching and you have that interest, please just apply.
All right. Any final thoughts?
I think this is a wonderful opportunity to expand your education, to expand your career options, and to make positive change in Belize that we know has been a conversation in this country for so long.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us virtually, Dr. Christia. We appreciate the information that you have provided, and we wish you and the faculty over at Galen University all the best. And of course, the first cohort of students who will be accessing this program for their interests, and of course for the interests of other people that will be benefiting from the social work industry. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, we're going to take our final break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by the folks from the Defenders. If it's your team, or if you're simply interested and have been following the BBL, you definitely want to stick around, because we'll be talking about the upcoming game this Friday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.